You are visited by someone claiming to be you from the future. How do you make them prove they're you? I can't even remember my passwords now. Future me is out of luck. Future me better know who has a rock in their elbow and how it got there. Who has a rock in their elbow and how did it get there? I'll ask them specifics about a recurring dream I had when I was a kid. This, especially considering I never told anyone what they were, even my parents, was always I had that dream again. Which one? The good, bad one? Oh, okay. I'm imagining yours are the parents from horror movies. Kid, I had that dream again. Dead behind the eyes, the bad one. Mom, too busy getting ready. That's nice, honey. Time for school, come on. And then a hand grabs your ankle as you step off the bed, and you look underneath, and it's your mom. She frantically whispers, "It's not me. Hide under here quickly, quietly." Then she drags you under the bed. You frantically kick and scream. She keeps a steady grip on you. Then she says something. Okay, if you're me from 5 years in the future, tell me our secret passphrase. You idiot. We look exactly the same. How much more proof do you need? Yeah, that's the passphrase. Smart answer. So smart. What if they are a clone? A clone wouldn't know the passphrase. Please describe one of the past events that I'm ashamed of and that haunt me in the middle of the night. 1 hour later. Okay, you can stop. I said 1. Future me can last that long. Score. Oh it. The answer is horrible, but doesn't seem to be correct. Then future you remembers that hasn't happened to present you. Yet. Ouch. I have a weird ass scar I got from cutting myself with a metal rod. Do we want to know how you got that weird scar on your ass? Oh my. The scar is on my thumb. I should have seen that coming. Couldn't resist. I'm cracking up and I really hope nobody asks why I'm laughing. Give future imposter secret information about me thanks to my loneliness and a Reddit question? Nice try, enemy. Nice try. Op is sus. I'm voting him out. I asked them how many times have you accidentally almost cut your fingers off on a table saw? He'll hold up the remaining fingers. That won't work. Fingers on a single hand are odd, so the value will never be equal. Some fingers are more equal than others. Glad to see you don't see that number going up in your future. I have a system I made up when I was 13 just for this occasion. They would have to recite the secret phrase. That Italian family at the next table sure is pretty quiet. Wait, I know this line. Family Guy or something? Yes, Family Guy. An episode where Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd buy the house Cleveland lived in to find Russian sleeper agents from the Cold War. Yay. It reminds me something. Cheers, mate. When I was 8, I made up a number to prove exactly this. I figured that unless I shared it or the imposter could read minds, I would be safe. I've never told anyone, and my refusal to tell my wife started as a joke and ended up causing our only actual fight in 10 years together, which I now am finding very suspicious. Definitely a time-traveling sleeper agent. The number is 8, isn't it? I can neither confirm nor deny that. It's me. It's you from the future. I am you. I came here for one reason and one reason only. You need to know your sister is gonna try and steal your candy bag this year on Halloween. Don't let her. I have several scars, just compare them. And future you would know the stories of how you got those scars, too. Yep, I have a few that virtually noon knows how I got them. I have some that even I don't know how I got them. You better hope that a past you doesn't ask about them then. Tell them to pull up their pin stash. Only I know what I like. That I'm the NSA. Hey Bob, can you take over the station for a bit? I gotta hang a piss. Yeah sure, I was June. Afric. What are they watching? Oh don't worry, that's usually just a primer for the really weird stuff. They especially love watching. Cut to muted voice describing sexual acts involving animals, various sized objects and a curious pair of pinsters, all while Bob's face grows more and more horrified. 5 seconds of silence pass. Yeah, so I'll be back in a shake, pats Bob's shoulder and leaves. Bob just gulps. Nobody at the NSA says hang a piss. Found the imposter. Exactly. They jump up excitedly yelling. Time for wee-wees. They're you from the future, so they've already been through this routine. The German series Dark on Netflix did a great job of portraying this reality. Future you knows everything you will do to become them, and how you will react when you encounter them, because they already encountered their future selves at that current moment, and so on and so on. They are you, you are them. There is no difference. Everything is now. One of my favorite shows ever. I loved how they not only portrayed time travel, but the fact that all the loose ends were completely tied up at the end. Even if the knots were slightly confusing, lol. Such a good show. Show me the fourth finger of your right hand. That's my weird finger. It wasn't stitched back together correctly after an accident, so there's a wobbly line of 13 stitches going right through the middle. If they've got it, and can tell me about the nerve damage and rehab process we sustained, then they're me. Ask them who are the top 3 artists I loved at their teen era: Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls, Aqua, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Marilyn Manson. Show me your dong pulls out tape measure. Yep, 2 inches. You're me. Now, measure it flaccid. My ruler doesn't have negative numbers. Ah, you also have the turtle situation. Ask them what I'm doing tomorrow. When they say what I'll do the opposite and freak them over. But they'll know you did that other thing, so they'll say that instead of whatever else they were gonna say. No, because them coming back from their timeline, which is set in stone, meaning everything they did has already happened and cannot change. For them, my future can still be changed, but their past cannot. So when I change my future, they no longer exist, and I've just successfully fricked over my future self. That just sounds like my past self, to be honest. I've always done this thing where I take snapshots of my life when things seem very surreal. I have 5 snapshots in total. Describe 2 of them. I've done that too. Are you from the future? And is one of those snapshots the chandelier at a specific theater? My vision went blurry for a moment, because I read chandelier as Chandler, which was the name of the elementary school I went to, and the answer for one of them. You've just given the enemy half of the puzzle. Tread carefully, young man. Couldn't be very far in the future, cause I ain't got that much time. I'd ask them what I said to my mom 5 minutes before she passed away. Only she and I were there. When the tattoos have a purpose. When the poorly done and irregular tattoos in unusual spots have a purpose. Fixed it for you. If someone wanted to tattoo your name in reverse on the inside of your lower lip, in Comic Sans, chances they are you, or have a really good reason for wanting to make you think that they are you. Come to think of it, that'll be a good way to determine between real, clone as well. Easy time travel password. I have a phrase I've never said out loud that I came up with about 5 years ago. Everyone should have one just in case. I have one too, and it's also good to test the fidelity of any future brain upload technologies. Ask them how many failed attempts I did when drawing Dialgapian. All attempts at drawing that are a form of failure. Sus? This man asking the brave questions. Ask them the passphrase. You gotta have a future self, transporter clone, alternate timeline ally passphrase pre-decided. Heh, nice try, future fake me. I'm not giving you the questions before the test. Birthmarks. I have them all over my body, so I would just tell them to show me. I'd ask him what my password is. Hunter 123. Everybody knows that one. Your password is all asterisks. Me? What number am I thinking of? Future me, 69. Dude? Me? Ho? I have seen whoa. I have seen whoa. I have never seen ho. Well, now you have something to tell your grandchildren. I like your style, Rufus. Compare dong sizes. It won't help, but I'd love to know if it got bigger. They would already know how to prove to me that they are me. It would have happened to them already when they were my age. Third nipple and a back shoulder birthmark. Ask him who my real crush is. Never told anyone that, so should be good. Katy Perry, we all know that. I'll tell them to remind me of the most embarrassing thing I ever did. I've never told anyone what is, so they'll have to prove it. Ask how many times I've had X. Everybody knows that's 0. You're using Reddit. Once when I was 4 years old, I burned my right foot in some water boiling at 60 Celsius. The scar will never fully heal, so you can see where this is going. Some water boiling at 60 Celsius. Were you on Mount Everest or something? Depends how far along from the future, because I doubt I'll live that long to begin with. Probably ask them what our time loop code is. I guess it could also be a time-traveling future version of my self-code. Muscle meat. Local Asian grocer sells frozen muscle meat that always makes me giggle and goose my wife's hiney. I told her that if I don't do that, she should know it's an imposter and that she needs to immediately start plotting my rescue or her revenge. In junior high, I used to ditch class and spend time in the library because I'm a huge nerd. My school didn't like letting students print or copy things, because it was too expensive. So to print or copy you needed a 4-digit code. I watched the librarian enter the code a couple times and memorized it. It's a total random number with nothing to do with my life. Think all your typical PIN numbers like a birthday, anniversary or street address. Even when I tell someone, like my mother or sister, they can never remember it. It is totally forgettable and I've been using it for 20 years now. You could ask me in 50 years and as long as I don't have dementia I will remember it. It's ingrained in me. I always told myself if it's a good fight and both of them survive it is probably me. Ron Swanson. Number 1 rule I've set for future me to prove he's me from the future is straight up punching present me in the face as hard as possible before even mentioning time travel. Thus would prove he's future me and also not just a clone. Yes, there's a different rule set up for clones. I would fart in front of them. If they truly are me, the smell of their fart shouldn't make them flinch. When I was a kid I made my own written language with completely diff characters for English letters, so I would simply ask him to write my name in that language. How did you get that scar on your finger? Honestly, it's so stupid. They'd either be me or know enough about me that I should listen to what they have to say. My memory is it. I assume future me has it memory too. So I'd probably just have to trust him since we won't have too many shared memories. I'm sure he's a good dude. Kill myself. If I kill myself and the future me dies then it's a future me. I'd get a tattoo and make him come. Should pop up on him as I'm getting it. He'd already have it before you get it. Exactly. I've never liked the meanwhile, in the future take on time travel. Why would the tattoo appear then on him at the particular moment, and not 3 weeks earlier or 100 years hence? Why would the tattoo disappear for that period of time? No, he would have always had it from the moment you got it, as he is you. I have a very specific favorite number. Unless I told you it, odds are you wouldn't guess it. What is the maiden name of your mom? What is the name of your first pet? What is the name of your first boss? Please confirm you are not a robot. Select all the squares that have trains in the picture. What is the password? My future self would know the answer. I'd go to hit him in the dong. If he was really me from the future he'd know what's coming and block it. I have 2 secrets I am taking to my grave. I'd ask him to write them down and hand them to me with a lighter. If they are correct, I will burn him to death before he creates some sort of time paradox. Tell them to list all my diagnoses LMFAO. Tell me about the M&M minis. I don't think there's any way they can. Every bit of my past has been used as a security question at some point in life. Where is the tiny scar from the time I was bit by a spider at the age of 9? Where did I get the scar? Answer: left thumb, at a water park in California called the Drop Zone. If you squeeze what part of your body? Which part feels slightly different? Where? When and how did I get it? Answer: left earlobe, shot by an arrow as a kid while playing outside with my friends. My friend shot me. We didn't think it would hurt, but it bled. Luckily it was the ear and not somewhere else. What did you do that one time at your dad's house as a toddler when you had to take a nap? Because you were being mean. Answer: shat my pants and painted on the wall with it. What type of nest did my dad kick as a kid and then got attacked by its inhabitants? Answer: hornets. The question is, if you were indeed visited by your future self, would you let him jerk you off? It wouldn't be gay. It's just fapping. That's all I'm saying. Ask them about my most embarrassing moment as a kid. I would ask them what the secret is that I've held about my ex-husband since before we split. I'm a woman of my word, and no one but me would know. If it was you from the future, wouldn't you from the future know exactly younger you would say? Like the fact that future you is visiting you means that the same thing already happened to the older you when he was your age. I would ask them what happened in 2012 which made it so bad of a year. Ask them what specifics they remember about her heart surgery. Ask them when the first time I sucked my dong was. They know how I got each of my scars. Absolutely no one else knows how I got all of them. Me? What did you have for breakfast? Him? Frick. I don't remember. Me? You son of a bitch. I'm in. Ask them what movie was on when you touched your first woman boob. I would make them make me prove who I am. They ask the question and I would have to know the answer. I give 3 answers to make sure they choose the right one out of my answers. They choose answer 2. but I know none of the answers I gave were correct. He cries. I laugh. We walk away. Ask him if he ever got sussed out for no reason while trying to restart the reactor in Among Us on 10/7/2020. There was another method involving the recent passing of my mother, but that's like Legolas telling the hobbits that he can't translate the lament for Gandalf, because it is too soon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button and leave a comment which story you liked the most. Subscribe and hit the bell notification for updates on our latest videos. And don't forget to check the links in the description box for more awesome content.